Hello, podcast listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I really hope that you're all doing well. I'm doing well as well. It's been a crazy month of May already. Firstly, the weather was like smoking hot one day, and there was this pleasant breeze the other day. And I'm continuing my full-time job as usual. And the new NFTs, Apex Personas Unfurled, are almost available. Just a few things pending. And my storybook made it to Amazon, and in fact we had a first sale. We had our first sale this past weekend. Happy for that. And what else? And my cousin, yes, she blessed with a baby girl, so bless her. And what else we've done regarding our new episode for talking optimism, and yes, so much is happening. Moreover, talking about this episode, this one is again a recent talk I did on Wisdom audio platform. In this episode, you can expect me to talk about the winning odds of sustaining in your dream role. Basically, it will be a dissection of the best approaches I came across to sustain and thrive in your favorite pursuit. I've had a guest on the show. We interacted for a brief moment and we exchanged our beliefs and ideas, I believe. And I really hope that it'll be a helpful resource for you to achieve your goals. So let's jump into the episode now and wish you happy listening. Hello, listeners. So this is Aravind again. I'm back with another new talk. So today, before I continue on to the topic, before I explain you about the topic, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself one more time. So my name is Aravind Kumar Tumu, and you can call me Aravind. And I'm basically from India. I did my postgraduate diploma in computing in Ireland, and I'm currently working in India. So today, I wanted to talk about the winning odds of sustaining in your dream role. So the last couple of talks, we were talking about sustaining along with your hobbies, right? So sustaining, pursuing your passion. And today, uh, what we're about to talk is once you get into your dream role, so what are the tips and the tips to sustain in your dream role? So once you get there, how to sustain well. And today I have like 6 tips overall. Before that, but I would like to thank you Sandra for joining today, and thank you Roman. Thank you so much. And yeah, so getting into the topic. So what I believe, I did my research and I came to a conclusion that there are 6 tips, 6 easy doable tips to sustain in your dream roles. So it could be in art or computing, or so these are tips in these are generic tips basically, so that will help you sustain in your dream role. Inform you that the first tip I would like to explain is like eliminating comparisons and start collaborating with others, right? So that could really be helpful while working in your dream role, working and pursuing your passion and sustaining well, right? So first of all, it's a gift to be able to wake up every day. There are plenty of people I see and in the world, they're working because they have bills to pay. They're not enjoying their work. However, if you're lucky enough to be able to wake up every day and do what you love, I mean love what you do every, that's basically a gift in today's world. Now, once you start pursuing passion, once you get into your dream role, there will always be comparisons, right? So you might like working in hospitality just like myself. You might like working, uh, you might like doing music, or you might like art. However, they're not the most paid jobs, right? So there will always be comparisons. You can meet a friend, or a childhood friend, or a, you know, or someone else, or a neighbor who's probably earning a lot more than you, who's probably into computing or technical thing, and he or she might be earning a lot of money. So the first thing is like, once you eliminate those comparisons and start collaborating with others, that'll make your life easy. Because you should always remember that you have a gift, that you're working in your dream role. So that's the biggest thing for a lot of people. So once you understand that you're in a good place, good state, uh, though you're not earning that much of money, so your life becomes easier. I mean, once you, and also there is another point in the tip, by collaborating with others, right? Starting collaborating with others. So once you start collaborating with other people from different backgrounds, who could be earning a lot more than you, or who could be earning less than you. So once you start collaborating with people from different backgrounds, you will be able to solve problems that are beyond your potential, beyond your knowledge, beyond your skill set. So that's the main important thing. So start collaborating with others and eliminate comparisons from the get-go. So that's the first tip I would like to inform. I would like to explain. That's what I really, really believe in, and that's what I wanted to share with you all. And secondly, socializing with people you admire. This is a real, real big one. Socializing with people is so much important, and that helps people attain the best livelihood, attain the best of themselves, happier selves. They get to meet their happier selves. They get to become happiest versions. So socializing with people you admire is the biggest thing. As long as you're, not doing, so you could be. Let's say I'll give you an example. So I'm online. I'm looking at these people who are in my who are working in my sector or my craft, and they achieved a lot of things. So I look up to them, right? But again, once I get an opportunity to meet them, if I start going overboard, or if I start doing unhealthy things as a part of networking or something else, like drinking more than you supposed to, or spending more than you're supposed to, that could be not healthy. That's not healthy for sure. However, so as long as you're not doing unhealthy things, socializing with people you admire will put you in the best place, both mentally and financially. You get to seek knowledge from them because they are in the same craft, or it could be from different craft. But you could seek knowledge, you will share your knowledge, and it'll definitely put you in a better place mentally and financially. Again, as I said, it could be the industry leader you could look up to, or your best friend or family. Spending time with them, spending time with people you love the most, will definitely ease you into doing more things you love, and it will ease you into becoming better, becoming happier for sure. And we have a guest today, and Joshua. Hi, Joshua. I just want to bring him now. Joshua is here. Hi, Joshua. How are you?
Hey, good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Very, very good morning. Very good
Yeah, great. Is it
doing.
Aravind? Sorry, say it again?
I'm in India, so it's night for us here. But again,
Oh,
good morning to you. Happy
yeah,
Monday.
Happy Monday. Yeah, if it's happy Tuesday. Happy early Tuesday for you.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I
Glad to
really
see you.
liked, yeah, nice to chat with you. I spent a little bit of time in India and I really love it over there. It's really magnificent. Um,
Great. Thank you.
I, I wanted
And could you
to, go ahead.
Yes, Joshua, could you please introduce yourself, like a couple of words for the listeners, and then we can talk on the topic for sure.
Sure. My name is Joshua Blattman. I am um, a musician, a teacher, and an astrologer. And I
Great.
am talking a lot about trauma and tools and techniques for transforming trauma, whether it's
That's
energetic or
great.
structural. Yeah, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Um, well, so what I really liked was one. I really like distinctions, and I really like the distinction you brought up. That's between collaboration and what was it? Collaboration and comparison.
Yeah.
I really like that one. And you also brought up right before you brought me on this one between like knowledge and acknowledgement, which are really similar words, but have like a almost like a mirror effect in how they're um, in their like resonance and what they mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I thought that was brilliant. Um,
Thank you.
yeah. So thinking about comparison and collaboration, um, yeah, what brought you to that contrast?
Yes, I mean, to be honest with you, my personal experiences, of course,
Yeah.
because I was uh, pursuing my passion, basically what I really enjoyed, rather than
Uh-huh.
what I did as a student, or what my academic knowledge is. I mean, I did my
Uh-huh.
computing,
Uh-huh.
ended up in hospitality, working in a restaurant, so I
Oh.
really enjoyed it. But again, I faced a lot of, what do you call, the feedback we get is like it doesn't always positive. So I had to take a lot of negative feedback that I choose that craft over computing at the time.
Uh-huh.
So it's more about, because there's a lot of money in technology like computing,
Right.
and there is not
Right.
really that much money in hospitality working as a waiter.
Right. Right.
That's the reason I brought that up. And because we, even though we pursue our passions, uh, there will be feedback that'll put ourselves, I mean, that subconsciously uh, hold ourselves, let's hold ourselves back in what we are
Mm.
actually pursuing. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I really wanted to kind of give reassurance. If someone is, you know doing what they really really love,
Mm-hmm.
making not that really much money, I think they're
Mm-hmm.
still, they can still attain happiness, a lot of happiness, and you know uh,
Mm.
sustain a very good healthy life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's a lot of, it's a fantastic share of like life lesson. Um like, number one, like wealth is much more than money.
Yeah.
I think is an important point that you're eliciting.
True,
And
true.
I think they say find the intersection of where your skills meet your passions, and somewhere in the mix of this of your passions and your skills is what you have to give to the world. Um, and it sounds like your passion is hospitality and restaurants, and helping people feel nourished, and helping their bodies feel sustained, and um, soothing, and all these kinds of things. Um, and the technical, while you may have a technical capacity, it's not where your passion is. So wrangling those two dimensions, and finding your unique right path is kind of like the life process. What do you think about
Yes,
that?
exactly, Joshua. Right. I'm basically, so I came to this place because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and I've been seeking knowledge, and whether it's
Uh-huh.
not just about my upskilling myself, but also
Mhm.
understanding why it's better to follow your passion in when it comes to work, because we will be doing work all our lives. So once you start
Yeah,
enjoying your work, I mean, that will be more sustainable than and
yeah,
I would really like to listen to yourself pursuing your passion, like sustaining in your favorite crafts, like you said, music and teaching. And teaching is one of the noble, I mean, a noble job for sure. So
mhm, yeah, yeah. I agree. It's like I find, you mentioned the word feedback, and I found that to be like really interesting. Um, I feel like a lot of what American culture is about is not, and one of the things I like the most about the Indian and like my experience over there is that it's a lot of like there's this the focus or the attention given to feedback in culture, because the feedback you get from the world, the feedback you get from the subtle forces of consciousness that emanate through everything and speak through signs and synchronicities, um, gives you, in my experience, I find that I get direction from the feedback, um, as much about, more about what not to do. And then my passions, and like the untrying yet doing, right? Like not necessarily trying to do something like my friend Martin John, who does Tao of the Day, was talking. I heard him this morning when we were talking about this idea of like doing doing without trying. Like eat, but don't try to eat. Let your body do the eating for you and just be present to the eating. And it changes the whole experience of eating. Um, and I find that when
yeah,
I'm able to do that, yeah, and I find that when I'm able to do that with my, you know, e- not just with eating, but I'm able to do that with walking, or I'm able to do that with any of the other activities that we do, all the way up to how I participate in um, how I participate in culture, how I participate in a job. The smoother things go, the more in the eye of the storm I feel like I am, and like the more the feedback comes through signs and synchronicities to reinforce what I'm doing, rather than like bumping my head against a wall trying to do the same things that weren't working before, right? That
exactly.
classic definition of insanity. Yeah,
Yeah, true.
yeah.
Understand. I
Go
mean,
ahead.
the analogy you brought up with eating was fascinating actually. So basically,
Yeah.
a lot of what I say are
Uh-huh.
my experience, come from my experience, as well as my readings, or it could be listening and understanding, right? So when it
Hmm.
comes to eating, I heard one thing saying that eating is such a eating that's a great. I mean, eating is valuable. So
Hmm.
what the fascinating thing is, you could have a lot of dreams, right? So you could have big goals or anything. So good thoughts, positive thoughts, and doing something great or doing something sustainable. So
Hmm.
once you keep every single day, every time to you eat, you think about your goals, you think about your happiness, you think about your ambition. There are
Hmm.
true chances for manifestation.
Hmm. Can you say
Yeah,
that one more time? You got that was a really great thing, but the line broke. The line didn't. The line
yeah,
blanked out on my end. I didn't hear
understand.
what you said.
Sorry about that. I'll so every day while you're eating,
Mm,
always keep your good thoughts, your ambitions, your goals, and your positive thoughts with
hmm.
you, and there are true chances for manifestation.
Oh, it
So how? I
increases
mean,
the
that's
chance
how.
of manifesting. Ah,
Exactly.
because
That's how.
you're blessing what's becoming of your body. I like that idea a lot. Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got it
In
right.
how
I
you
mean,
meant it? Yeah,
yeah.
That's really
And I've
interesting.
got your point, right?
Go
And
ahead.
the feedback thing as well. Yeah, I also heard one saying. I'll say that here. So if you take all the feedback, or if you take no feedback at all, you're not going to do anything different. And once you start
Hmm.
taking all the feedback, it's not it's not what you really want to do. I mean, there won't be you anymore. So
Yeah.
feedback is like, yes, feedback is important. Like it's like when you're working, you have to have new data to do new things. But at the same time, it's like all feedback is also not good, and no feedback is also won't be helping you. So taking feedback, when it comes to taking feedback, always believe that take feedback from the people who done things, who achieved the things that you really wanted to. So that'll definitely
Yeah.
put you.
Yeah. From people who are in the game rather than people sitting in the stands. Because people who are sitting
Exactly.
in the stands always have things to say. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. I think when I'm referring to feedback, I'm
Hmm.
thinking about it less in terms of feedback from individuals with words to say, because that's inevitably and inherently colored by opinion and perspective. When
Exactly.
I when I think about feedback, I think about it from universal continuity. Feedback, feedback off of not Arjuna but the blue guy.
Hmm.
Um, what's the Krishna? Feedback from, is it Krishna? Feedback from the one
Yes.
that's never
It, it,
changing.
it it's
Yeah,
Krishna. Yeah.
yeah. That's how I think about it. Or at least that's how I might personify it. You could also personify it as as Jesus if you wanted to. It's just a different flavor of the same. It's
Yeah.
a different
I mean,
flavor of
they
soup.
exactly.
Yeah.
I actually wrote a storybook, and
Oh yeah.
it's available on Amazon. So it's for kids. So I wrote
Uh-huh.
that, and at the end of the last chapter was, it's called The Biggest Takeaways. So I still
Oh.
remember when I was reading a storybook when I was a kid, there
Uh-huh.
the last chapter there used to be moral of the story. So what you can take from the story, right? So I ended up writing one. I ended up creating, the biggest takeaways from the storybook. So in that, I'll
Mm-hmm.
mention this thing, the one you brought up, when it comes to Bible and Bhagavad Gita. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
these are all stories,
Mm-hmm.
and through storytelling, people wanted to you know give back to the society, upcoming generation, what's good and what's really bad. So that's what it really is for me. In my perspective, they're all stories that try to explain what's really good in the world, and what to do,
Mm-hmm.
what to what you wanted to achieve, and what you want to do, so what you're supposed to be doing. So that's what I think. There are stories explaining what's good and what's bad. So definitely they're all the same. The flavor is always, I mean, a flavor could be different, but again, overall,
Mm-hmm.
it's all yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks so much for having me up. Really nice chatting with you, and I followed you, so I'll be happy to chat with you again. And you're welcome up on mine anytime, of course.
Sure.
So thanks
Definitely.
for the thoughts.
Thank you so
Cool. Have
much
a
for
good.
joining, and
Yeah.
nice knowing you. Thank you so much. Thank you for
All
meeting.
right. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Thank you so much, Joshua. It was actually lovely speaking to you. And yes, coming to the topic, we were talking about, from my experience, from my knowledge. So I kept these 6 tips for sustaining in your dream role, right? So in the last couple of talks, we were talking about sustaining, uh, pursuing your passion, right? In this world, what are the opportunities are there? If you really is it really possible to pursue your passion and be successful and be happy, or you'll have to uh, go a different route and take the job that pays you more. So that's what we were talking about in the last two talks. And today, so now we'd say you got into your dream role. So now how to sustain in that dream role. So the couple of things I really mentioned was like, I really believe that eliminating comparisons when it comes to how much you're earning or how much you what hours are you putting in. So once you start eliminating comparisons with others, it could be friends, your best friend who could be earning a lot more than you, or it could be a family member, it could be your neighbor. So instead of comparing, uh, once you start eliminate comparisons and start collaborating, so that'll put you in a better place and that'll give you more opportunities, and basically you will be able to solve problems that are beyond your potential, beyond your skill set, by collaborating with us. And the second point I mentioned was like socializing with people you admire. So basically, as long as you're not going overboard, as long as you're not doing unhealthy things because you met the person you admire, your best friend, you wanted to do something for fun. But again, as long as you're not going overboard, as long as you're not doing unhealthy things such as, eh, drinking more, a lot more, or spending a lot more than usual, as long as you're not doing that, socializing with financially. So this is what I really, really believe in. It could be that industry leader you look up to, or your best friend or family. Spending time with them will ease you into becoming your best version. So socializing with people is important. You have to take time. You have to take time to socialize with people. So that's what really helps. So that'll make you be grateful for your job, what you're doing for your work. At the same time, enjoy, uh, spend time with the family, creating happy moments. And the third point I wanted to mention here is like nurture your relationship with money, right? So money is like great. I mean, money is definitely good. It's valuable for sure. But again, by living within your means and saving money consistently and investing in the assets, here is I have a small tweak here. I wanted to tweak it a bit. So when it comes to investing in the assets, I believe that investing in the assets that you really love the most, whether the value of that particular asset could go down drastically in the next year. If you're happy that you have that, that'll be very much motivating. Rather than, for example, let's say real estate. Could be real estate. It could be today probably the people are into Web3, into attaining digital assets, or any. It could be any asset. So the one you really really be happier to have it. So that's where I really suggest. I really think that investing should be done instead of people say that there is a lot of money in real estate. Once you get there, once you put in it, it'll be quadrupled in a couple of years. So rather than expecting a lot of ROI, if the ROI is all about happiness, it would be beneficial. And more than anything, money is relevant for sure, and money is somehow it re- it represents you, right? But here is the point: more than how much you are earning, it's what you're doing with what you're earning represents you more. You could be earning a lot more, but if you're not if you're not doing good things with that money, so that's what you'll be represented for. People forget how much you're earning, so what you're basically doing with it. So nurture your relationship with money, and that will definitely ease you into doing well. Will be putting you in a better state of mind. I read a book that's called the tidying. I pronounce it probably different. So tidying is basically cleaning in what I'm trying to say. So there was this book written by Maria Kondo, and she was on Netflix as well. There's a big show about cleaning, and she's like consultant for tidying office spaces or your home, and how it really is important, how it's really important. In that book, I came across this thing that you have to to stay tidy, you'll have to reduce garbage and keep the things you really love the most. It could be the dress you're not wearing anymore, but still, if you really, if you have having that, if that puts you in the best place mentally, you can leave. I mean, you can have that. So the things that really you really love should be always with you, and that's what that's I really kept that in the money assets as well, because that's the same analogy I used for assets. So when you're investing in assets, it'll go down, it'll go up, but more than that, if that asset makes you happy, some people love buying real estate, they believe in the land, right? And some people love a car, or it's not an asset, of course, but again, some people love different assets. There are different assets, right? So it could be an FD in India. It could be a digital asset like a collectible token like NFT on Web3, on blockchain. So if that really puts you in a better place, more than the rate of interest, rate of happiness, return of happiness, rather than return of investment, would be better. I mean, both are good. If and is better, but again, not just return of investment. Keep the thoughts across return of happiness when it comes to assets, investing in assets. And the fourth point I really wanted to mention is like it's the usual thing: hard work and upskilling. And there are not that many people talking hard work these days. We call it smart work, and we're smarter now, smarter devices. So, but I believe that hard work will prevail, and upskilling is the most important thing we are supposed to be doing. So once you got into your dream role, it's still you have to believe in hard work, learning new things, and upskilling, right? So basically, self belief is obnoxiously underrated in reality. And it's one of the core attributes we must master, irrespective of our accomplishments. Like we all go through these phases with self doubt. So we believe in self doubt because we all faced it. So that's the reason we should believe in self belief. We have to have that self belief, and the more you are willing to learn the skill set and put in the hard work, put in the hours, the more chances for you to accomplish greater things in life as well as in career. So this is one thing I really want people to do to sustain well in their dream role. And the fifth point I really wanted to mention was like gratitude. Before I before I explain that, I just want to say hi to everyone listening. Thank you for tuning, and the points that I really believe that are helpful for sustaining in the dream role. First thing I mentioned was like eliminating comparisons and starting collaborating with others. So once you start eliminating comparisons and start collaborating with others, you will be able to solve problems that are beyond your potential. And second thing I mentioned was like socializing with people you admire. So it could be your industry leader you look up to, or your best friend or family. Spending time with them will ease you into becoming better, right? And the third point I just mentioned was like nurturing relationship with the money. I believe that what you do with your money represents you everywhere more than how much you're earning. So once you have the good relationship with money, that'll be again, you will be desirable. I'm not promising, but again, I think it's a desirable state to be. It's a desirable place to be. having good relationship with money. And I just mentioned hard work and upskilling. Yes, hard work is really important. Even though we have a lot of smart devices around us, I will still have to believe in hard work and upskilling. Upskilling is fundamental for sustaining well in your dream role, right? So will always will always be dreaming bigger. We'll always have other goals. We'll always be chasing, right? I mean, we're not going to uh, what do you call uh, punch ourselves, but we'll have that little chases that we really excited about. So, and in order to go there, in order to achieve all your ambitions and goals, we have to hard work and upskilling are fundamentally important. And again, we'll be, and one more thing I wanted to mention is like gratitude. Yes, so we have to practice gratitude, right? So after all these eliminating comparisons with everyone around, with everyone else, I mean, I believe that most of the unhappiness across the globe is nothing but is a result of ungratefulness. We're not being grateful enough for what we have. That's the reason we are unhappy. So we are forgetting the sacrifices our loved ones did for us, and the struggles everyone else is facing. So it's time we forgive ourselves and stop envying others, and start being grateful for each and everything we have, each and every accomplishment, each and every achievement we did, and what we all achieved collectively as a human beings on the planet. So gratitude is very, very important. It significantly helps you. Being grateful for what you have, it'll definitely put you in a better place. Definitely. And finally, volunteering for a charity. This is big as well. I mean, I just went through a research about the top like happiest countries in the world. There was some happiest countries index, or happiness index probably. Uh, they went through this research and came out with few countries, right? The people who are really, really happy the most. And one of the reasons is that they believe in charity. They're generous. They were helping each other. So, in order to sustain in your dream role, you'll have to be happy. So one of the ways to be happy is to volunteer for charities. Firstly, if you're a happy employee pursuing in your dream role, you'll never quit your job. If you're the happy employees will never quit their jobs unless they're seeking something else, right? And happy people always attract good things in life. Believe me or not, we are attracted to wealth, money, of course the good things, of course the what do you call, as a collective as a human beings, we are definitely, I mean, we are definitely into material things. We do want to own a new house probably, and some people want to own a new car and like luxury and all. At the same time, if you're not happy with what you have, you won't be able to get them. So you have to be happy and grateful for whatever you have, and be generous for other people who are in need, and that will definitely help you attain whatever you want. I mean, there's no judgment here. I mean, people can, I mean, people can like material things. It's fine. I believe that. I mean, people work for them. It's fine. but at the same time, being generous for each other will be ideal for everyone, for yourself as well as for the people who are around you as well. As I said, the research says that happiest countries are more generous, helping each other well, helping each other out when needed. So whether it's your time, it could be your time or your money, whatever you can afford, whatever you can afford. So try to put that for a noble cause for yourself, because it's really really helpful. I mean, the research, the data shows that giving, the person who's receiving will will be will be happy as well. So that's even though you know that it's for yourself, but it's not just for yourself, it's for the person who's receiving it as well. So same with networking. I mean, I believe there is a bad bad understanding of what networking is. Like, some people think that networking is self-serving, right? It's never self-serving. You're networking with people. For example, if you went to an event and you are a job seeker and you came across this employer, that employer is looking for a person like you as well. So it's always mutual beneficial relationships. That's what we should be nurturing. So that's what networking is. It's not self-serving at all. Same way, volunteering for others. I mean, doing charity is not self-serving. It's definitely uh, mutual beneficial thing to do. And so that's all I have for you. That's all the 6 tips, I believe, and I think that's enough. I think that'll definitely, I mean, put you in a better place to sustain well in your dream role. So if anyone wants to join today and speak about it and share your experience, you can join. I would love to hear from you if you're sure. I wanted to thank everyone: Felicia, Rodlin, Lois Hampson, Stacy, Voiceman. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing correctly. It's not an excuse. We do schooling, but again, it could be not the exact same pronunciation as you do it. Uh, Charente and Cybershots could be a podcast, and YHHT Productions and Darlene Anderson, Joshua, Todd Martin, Louis, Michael J. Tav Barsha, Deirdre, Deirdre, right? Deirdre Parker, and Jesse Ware, Dr. Rao. How are you, sir? Dr. Rao's here, and Catherine, Cody Rogers, Blunted, Coach Cam, Joshua Blackman again, Helena. I wanted to wrap up here. So before I do that, I'll again, for the new joiners, I just want to brief what we did, what I spoke today. So we are talking about sustaining well in your dream role, and I had these 6 tips to share that I really wanted to share. That the things I really believe in, the things that help you sustain well in your dream role. In the previous talks, we were talking about sustaining in your passion, sustaining, I mean, attaining livelihood, following your passion. And today we were speaking about, so once you got into your dream role, so how to sustain well. So by eliminating comparisons and start collaborating with others, so that will definitely help you, collaborate with others to be able to do the things that are beyond your potential. And you seek, I mean, you get a lot of knowledge, and you know, and eliminate comparison basically means that it doesn't matter whether the other person is earning more or earning less or in a different craft, the craft that could be not not being put on the pedestal, or the craft that's absolutely being put on priority. So collaborating with others and eliminating comparisons, you'll be attaining a better chances. And socializing with people you admire, as I said, socialize with people you admire. Once you got into your dream role, put your money to socialize. Take your time to socialize. It could be that industry leader you look up to, or it could be your family or the best friends. Meet often, spend time together to feel nourished, and to feel grateful, and to be able to do well in your career as well as in life. And nurture relationship with money. Nurture your relationship with money. That's really important. I believe that more than what you're earning, how much you're earning, it's what you're doing with your money represents you more everywhere. So having good relationship with money is really important, right? You could be earning a lot more, and if you're not doing well with your money, if you're not taking care of, I mean, if you don't have a good relationship with money, uh, it might not be desirable place to be, right? It's definitely not a desirable place to be. So saving money is good, and investing in assets that you really enjoy, right? So that's important. That's what I believe in. And hard work and upskilling. So believe in hard work, even though, as I said again, we are living in a smart world. We are equipped with smart devices, but still, hard work is good. Don't be shy away. Don't shy away from doing the hard work when it's required, when it's needed, because hard work is very good. I mean, it's sustainable. We- Hard work doesn't mean like hard labor. It could be reading that. It could be reading, or it could be painting. Like seeking knowledge and upskilling yourselves to do that, and working hard to achieve well will definitely ease you in your dream role. And practice gratitude. Everyone who's unhappy is basically being ungrateful for what they have. So instead of doing that, be grateful for each and everything you have, because happiness attracts more. And believe that there are a lot of our loved ones sacrificed for us, and believe that everyone else is going through stuff, everyone else is facing struggles. So we have to forgive ourselves always, and stop envying others, and start being grateful. Practice gratitude, please. Yeah. And volunteer for a charity. The data shows that, the research shows that the happiest people are generous. I mean, it's vice versa. The generous people who are doing charity are the most happiest. So do volunteer for charity. It's always mutual. It's always mutual beneficial. It's not just self-serving. The people who are at the receiving end will feel blessed, or will feel glad as well. So volunteering for charity is a good thing to sustain well in your dream role. So yeah, thank you so much, and thank you, Joshua, for joining. It was nice interacting with you. I'll definitely be there uh, when you go live. I'll try to be there for sure. Uh, that's what I wanted to share with you all. But again, I'll be back with the uh, same theme, more thoughts and more more things, so more practical practical guidance. I mean, I'm 32. I'm just thinking whether I can say practical guidance. I mean, there are people who are much older than me, but again, in my experience, with it's what my belief is. So I'll be putting them for sure in the next episode as well. Thanks so much, and hope you have. Bye bye.